Very cool. We got Jay Moore in studio playing Governors this Friday through Sunday out there on Long Island. They got their power back. And now we say hi to Louis C.K.
Hey, Louis.
Holy.
Louis, Lincoln.
Louis is
hey,
here.
Guys. Hello, gentlemen.
Jimmy told us earlier today you might stop by, and we're very, very happy you're here, obviously. We want to talk about SNL, man. Holy fuck.
Yes, I hosted it.
How were the ratings? Do you know what the ratings were when you did it?
They're good. They did
I bet they were good.
Yeah, they got like whatever. I wasn't like a record-breaking or something, but I think it was the better of the season.
Must be, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was after the hurricane, and it was the election last before the election,
people wanted to laugh. They needed to laugh.
When you need to have a smile on your face, a smile will do.
Yes.
I'm
still without power, by the way.
It's like my bumper sticker
Are you
says.
really?
Yeah.
But
Louis, I didn't know you could do that many impressions and accents when you're. I'm being serious. When you're doing SNL and doing like the Australian.
You know what? Well, the Australian one, I was supposed to be Bill Hader's part, the bigger part, and then we did it in read-through, and Lauren said, let's let you do the smaller one. So we just said it in front of everybody.
Wow. That's a post-midnight sketch.
Let Bill play the big guy, you play the other small one line. And I was like, yeah, totally.
Why, were you not nailing the accent?
I wasn't nailing the accent.
That's funny, is it, too, though? If you're not nailing the accent, it's kind of funny.
I was good for one line, and then it started falling apart. Sounding like Irish or Mexican or something.
Lauren protected you.
Yes, he did. No, that's why I was
You would have been
pleased.
out on the wire, and people would have been going, what is this, on the Internet.
Exactly.
Good for Lauren.
That's right.
No.
What's your thoughts on Lorne Michaels?
I love that guy. I really do. After a week of doing that show, I don't think you can not love the guy because he takes really good care of you. And you get to kind of be, I mean, he's this legendary guy. All I know is my exposure to him is this 1 week. So if you're the host of the show, he like takes care of you. He shepherds you through it. And he also, you get to have all these dramatic Lorne moments. Like there's things that are host-only moments.
Really?
That are so fun because like the last sketch of the show, there was supposed to be 2 more. And we only had room for, I was told by somebody, you're going to have to choose one sketch.
Oh, wow.
He'll leave it up to you because there's only one left. So then they take me into, somebody comes and gets me and says, come to the control room. This is while we're on the air, you know?
Holy shit.
And they go over there, and Lauren's waiting for me in the dark of the control room with his arms folded. And I go over.
Petting a cat.
Yes, that's what it was like. And he goes, he just says simply, you can have one. It's your choice.
And I already knew holding a boy and a girl.
I already knew what about it, but because he was making such, I pretended I was like, oh,
really thinking it out.
Wow. Yeah, I knew I wanted to do that one.
You should have said, yeah, I know.
And then, somebody already told me.
Yeah.
You don't even run this place anymore.
You should have pointed to somebody in the control room and said, I'll have him.
I'll take that one.
I'll take that one.
What was the other option?
Sketch where I played John Tesh.
Why'd you come on?
I don't know. It was a tough choice because the John Tesh was really funny. It was a crazy bit. I ended up taking a chainsaw to a whole set and destroying a set with a chainsaw.
Well, they should film that anyway. Throw it on the internet.
They probably did a dress, right?
They did it at dress and it did well. So maybe they said they
throw
might
it up
put
there
it out
somewhere. That'd be nice.
You probably chose, and they were like, oh.
Well, I felt bad too because the kid in it, this guy Tim, he was playing Dave Tesh, my brother. I don't think there was really a Dave Tesh. And he was really funny, and he's new. So he would have gotten a big boost. But so was Kate, who was in the bar sketch. I just knew that if I licked her face on TV, it would get big laughs.
That was great, dude. That was a fucking rolling, massive laugh, which you don't see on
fun
live TV that much.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great, that was a lot of stuff goes by quickly. But that was a moment I was able to, stop for.
Really? Yeah.
When I'm licking her face and people are going nuts and you're aware this is on live fucking television.
Are you aware of that constantly, by the way?
Not only a few moments, but that was one of them. Like, this is on TV right now that I'm doing this, and I can lick her face as long as I want, and they'd have to, come and get me. And at one point, I got my nose in her mouth, and I decided my goal in my head is I'm going to try to get my whole head in her mouth. And I started pushing up into her mouth with my nose, and I felt her go, because she was gagging on my nose.
Dude, she would have vomited on you. That would have been the greatest moment in live TV history.
Amazing. But I started laughing right then, so I stopped.
It was getting
So I
huge
didn't wanna
laughs
crack
up to that, though. I mean, every line was getting a laugh.
It was, yeah.
The open mouth kiss, which was a little obnoxious, got a huge laugh, and then right into the
Right, Jimmy, you didn't see
Bill.
the monologue, right?
We came into the dressing room. I watched it with
so
That's the first thing Jay said when Lou walked in. Just an amazing
one of the
monologue.
best ever. Because
one of the best
Thanks,
ever.
Jay.
Wow.
From being
Thank
on the
you,
inside, what people don't realize is for some reason it's what they work on last. Like you get like Sally Field, and all day you practice sketches, and then like on Saturday they're still trying to bang out a monologue like at 4 in the afternoon. And for some,
and how good is
That's why the monologue always it's always terrible.
Well, it's
like,
really
hey,
important.
waka waka.
You realize when you do it how important it is because you get I never thought of this. I always thought of each sketch as its own compartmentalized thing. But when you host the show, they need to hook into you as a person. Because when you're in the sketches, whether you're playing a mountain man or whatever it is, they have to like you to get into the sketch. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, so that opening's pretty important. Yeah, to kind of.
Yeah, I mean, in the dress rehearsal, the monologue I did like twice the amount so they could look at it all and decide what to do. And it went well. But then the first sketch I did after the monologue was a sketch that didn't air. Where I play a drawing teacher with kids, and I'm really mean. And they hated me for it.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, it kind of fucked me for the rest of the show.
Really?
I don't think you want to say rape in your monologue.
I don't want to rape a child.
No, that might work below 14th Street, but up here...
Exactly. I call a little girl a whore in that sketch.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Come on.
No, you would have liked it. It was funny.
Yeah.
Maybe after the news.
It's like it's like a thing where I'm saying you can draw anything with your imagination. And like I draw 3 circles and I go, this could be anything you want. Maybe it's a robot ant. And some kid goes, maybe it's balloons. And I go, it's a robot ant. I think I was pretty clear it's a robot ant. And then later I decided, and I start kicking the kids out one by one. And then at the end I go, maybe it's balloons. This could be a pink balloon. And this girl goes, it could be red. And I go, it's pink, you little whore.
Wow.
That's great.
Awesome. And then I get arrested by the cops. But then the next sketch, everyone was like, boo.
Wow.
I'm so mean.
I'm surprised it got cut and not moved just after the second song.
Well, I had a chance to defend it. Like, Lauren took the card off the board and kind of held it. Like, he said, this is vulnerable. And
wow.
I said, you know what, just get rid of it.
We're leaving our flank open with this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you were in the room when they picked the sketches. No one else ever is. It's you, and who's the head writer now?
Seth Meyer, and there was a decent amount of people in there. There was what's his name?
Among?
Steve Higgins,
and
a few other people whose names I didn't know.
Were there sketches that got picked that you went, whoa, I'm not sure why?
No, I mean, the read-through was really strong. Yeah. There was a lot of good material, so I liked everything they picked. There was only 2 bits that I hated that I just don't like personally, and the thing you learn after a long time is you don't have to fight stuff right when you see it. Yeah. Sometimes things get taken care of on their own, and if you fought them and then, you know what I mean? So there was 2 sketches I never liked.
They were on the board.
And I didn't say a word about them.
You mean they were on the board?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after Dress, they got cut. And
were you happy?
It didn't matter. That. Very happy. Of course. I only torpedoed 1 sketch, and I felt bad because the writer was a nice guy, and he was sitting right there, and I was saying, this is not that funny. It's not satisfying. Like, I fought against one.
What was it?
It wasn't on, so...
But you had to actually come out and say, like, I guess...
The only one that I said something about, because I just didn't... I didn't think I was doing a good job of it, too, so...
What was the gist of the one you torpedoed?
I don't know. The guy's a nice guy. I don't want to fuck his life up.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to ask you I want to ask Lou what he was thinking right before they introed you.
Yeah, your heart must have been racing.
Yeah, what goes through your fucking mind?
Well, it's really emotional because it's a whole week, and everything I've ever done that's new, I always go through.
What did I draw?
Water.
Jimmy knocked his water over. Jimmy has to go, ha-ha, as you do.
As Lou was trying to open up his fucking heart for everybody.
No, thank God.
I don't know. Don't worry about what fell. Who gives a fuck? It's just a remote.
It's hilarious.
So you're a bunch of jerks.
So you're waiting to go on.
Emotional click.
So you're waiting to go on camera for the first time.
Okay, so you do all this shit and you doubt yourself like 8-10 times during the week. Like this, I'm going to suck at this. There's a lot of process and it's exhausting. And then you finally get to you're standing behind this door and the music's playing and there's Don Pardo's voice saying, you know, and there's this woman named Jenna who's the stage director and she's getting ready to, you know, she's really serious and counting down.
Oh shit! That's
the
worst.
And I said, Jenna, like I was urgent. I said, Jenna. And she goes, what? And I scared the shit out of her because we're 2 seconds to me going out.
You can't do anything.
Yeah. And I'm talking to her like there's a problem. And she goes, what? And I said, I'm hosting Saturday Night Live. Nice. And she goes, yes, you are. And then she pushes the door
asshole.
open. That's awesome. But that's how I felt. Like I mean, because I'm 45 now, so... anything that you let go past without enjoying it, you're a real turd.
Right.
You feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
So she's standing there. I wanted to tell somebody, I'm fucking doing this right now.
That's so fucking
So cool. I came out, I was really emotional and I was really happy.
Right.
When I came out.
That's awesome.
You change, like, being 45, you're saying, like, you want to enjoy everything as you're doing it, because it's, like, sometimes with an experience, it's, like, so fucking tense and nerve-wracking, you don't even enjoy it. You just, you're like, okay, I'll look back on this and it will be fun, instead of fucking liking
enjoying the moment.
You have to stop and go, I may never do this again. It's amazing I'm getting to do this.
Yeah. Did you feel totally prepared after a week? Did you feel like, okay, I'm good? I don't feel
not completely. And I was so excited. It's not a helpful emotion to be happy.
Yeah.
Because I sputtered the first few lines of the monologue. I was too excited. And it fucked me up. Because, like, the first joke I said was, the power's back on, so we can go back to using way too much electricity. And I've done this before. I was so excited that I'm trying to say everything too soon. So I said, the power's back on, which means we can use way too much electricity. Because the word way was the first laugh.
Right.
So I said way like 6 times before it was time to
way is back on.
Because I was too happy.
Way. You said curds.
Curds and way. And it got nothing. And I rushed past it because it didn't get a laugh to the next thing.
Wow.
But and I'm on fucking live TV, so you're thinking you fucked up the first joke. And now you're subsequently fucking up the second one. And this could be a black hole that sucks the entire monologue in it. Unless you know when they burn forest to stop a forest fire?
Yeah.
You got to get a firewall in here somewhere.
Right.
I was having that thought somewhere in the
I know
monologue.
where your firewall was.
Where was it? Because
when old lady falls down and you see her inappropriate parts.
Yes, that was the firewall.
the exact moment where everybody went, fuck, okay, everyone got off the hook.
Yes.
That was it, right?
That was the first laugh that made me feel normal.
Yeah.
And then I was
you
like,
settled
I'm
right
gonna
in.
be okay.
You settled
I'm
right
So
in.
goddamn funny, that story.
Yeah.
Did they talk to you about not breaking the fourth wall? Because I'm always amazed no one on SNL ever breaks that wall.
You mean during the sketches?
Yeah. Did they say to you, don't do it? Or is it just you?
Why would he look at the fucking camera in the middle of the sketch?
No. No, but I mean, nobody even does it, ironically, if something bombs. Like, nobody does it.
He broke
I did a little bit with the mountain sketch.
Yeah.
Because I fucked up so many things.
A couple times he broke the wall.
I made so many mistakes because there was all these marks I was supposed to hit. And every time we rehearsed it, I didn't go to any of them. And then they would say really nicely, we have no shots if you don't move.
The whole
when you
shot,
get in there.
it was like a big master.
They needed me to move down.
One shot. The whole sketch, now that I think about it.
Yeah, because if I had moved, they would have had a better shot. So
no one had any coverage.
they wrote it on the cards in huge letters. They wrote step down.
Wow.
And they said, we're going to do this for you so you don't have to worry about it. And I was like, no, that's cool. I'll see that. And then after like 3 lines, I realized I haven't moved.
Oh,
totally fucked.
But your cool beard looked great.
And then I had this crazy
who cares?
hair.
He looks good with long hair.
He looked awesome.
That's what we
man.
said.
There's nothing.
We're like, damn, Louis looks good with long hair.
There was no weak thing. There was no, like, there's always like a hunk of shit, like 10 feet where you're like, ugh. Where you're like, God. And you're like, now after that shit sketch, I got to go to commercial. Then there's a fucking band I don't know after that bullshit.
Yeah.
There was no bullshit. It was one of the better episodes episodes I've ever seen.
Oh, thanks, man.
And after the one sketch, you laughed. So he did break down the fourth wall. The hotel sketch at the end, there was a huge laugh, and I kind of liked that.
I want to make a point real quick.
Hold on. What was that about?
The kid Bobby Moynihan, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
I think, who's in the sketch with me. He's a really nice guy, and I don't know. I just liked him, and we were doing it all week. You know,
right?
That whole thing was dependent on me keeping that rhythm going. It was another one where I just kept just misplacing little words and fucking up, and I felt like I made so many mistakes. But I don't know, and I was having a good time by then. I was really enjoying the show by then.
Yeah, the laugh was great.
And I knew we were close to the end, and I was feeling all this cool relief and stuff, you know. So
you kind of just let it out.
Yeah, $7 or $150,000.
Yeah. And also, they had told me this thing right before we went on. There's going to be a sound of a printer. And you're going to hear it jam, and then that's when you say it jammed. And I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, shit.
It was on the air, but I couldn't. I was just standing there waiting, and there was like this long pause on fucking live television. And so I just picked a moment to say the printer jammed, and then we went away with really no laugh at the end. So I'm just pounding on this fake keyboard, and I looked at Bobby, and we both just started crying.
I liked it. It was a real moment.
Let me just say this real quick. Whenever a comic that we kind of know or know of hosts SNL, all of us in this room, and you have to fucking admit it, a part of you roots against the fucking guy.
Holy shit.
Louis the only guy in my lifetime that walked through those doors, and I was with him. Like a guy. Opie said it when I was here the other day. Like watching Louis, it was like one of my guys. Like I'm a fucking coach, but like one of our guys, like a guy that are fucking from the stoop.
It was awesome.
It was like the moment and fucking Don Pardo, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Pauly Shore. You know, the party is going to be like, I hope this fucking tanks. But with Louis, you're like, holy shit.
Yes, we were standing in the phone booth by a car going, they're going to make this fucker. They're going to make it.
But
it was great. And then you walk through the curtains, and there's just a bunch of chairs stacked up.
Oh, no. Louis C.K. come out of this empty.
He must be, like, actually 90,
He's gone.
right?
And there's nothing anybody could do about it. That's that. And that's that.
He sputtered on a line. He's a redheaded cunt, and there's nothing can be done.
It was payback for Joe Dixon leaving as stage manager. Real greaseball shit.
We were so happy for you, Lou, man. Yeah. In my house, we were so fucking happy. I want to ask you about the week, because it's legendary how many hours you put in, and and people sleep there. Like, what was your experience?
Well, I knew it's all about energy management, you know. And my show's really hard. The show I do on FX, it's hard work, so I'm used to that.
What show is that?
What show is that?
Sorry.
We got to talk about the Emmys. We got so much. I want to talk about Emmys and a boat that went bad.
You had them all.
I won a couple,
Yeah.
But anyway, the week on SNL. Then we'll move on to the Emmy thing.
So you learn some stuff after a while. When you're young, you can just keep regenerating. You don't lose power. It just keeps coming, you know. You can really fuck yourself up. Like kids that are on the football team in high school and they smoke cigarettes and stuff, and they get fucked up, and the next day they're gods. And at 45, I literally knew I was capable of throwing the thing away if I wasn't careful. So there are little simple things, like I didn't put any sugar in my bloodstream for the week. Like I didn't eat any.
Really?
Yeah, no sugar. Just like a lot of fruit, a lot of water. Kept my and anytime I loved being there, and there's a lot of really great guys in the show, Bill Hader and Fred Armisen, that are old friends of mine, and so I'd find myself in the hallway talking to a couple of guys and making jokes and laughing, and then I'd tell myself, stop it, go back to your room and sit down. Just stop doing that, because that's a useless, expensive energy.
Jeez,
because you work really hard all week, and none of it's on television. You're pushing and working and working and working, and none of it you still haven't done a single fucking thing. Until 11:30 on Saturday, you have accomplished nothing. Wow. So it's...
Wow.
Yeah, so I drank a lot of hot tea and shit to keep my throat nice.
It would be great if you snapped during the monologue and just said all of this. Like if you're...
Next time, Jimmy. Yeah.
Like if you just started saying that.
The audience is just looking at him.
Like, what happened?
Is he okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Voss.
Look at the black chicks checking me out.
By the way, a lot of people have talked about the moment you hear Don Pardo say your name, nobody hears Don Pardo say. You can't hear it.
No, huh?
No, you
really?
get the band right in your face,
that's true.
You just see your
someone
just starts screaming,
yeah.
"Go, go, go!" You don't hear anything.
So she was
everybody's
super
lying when they say
intense, that lady, Jenna. Because when
yeah, she's great, though. She's a very mama kind of person.
When Joe Dixon did it from like 77 on, he was like really old. He would go like 30 seconds away, and then every Saturday he'd go 5 seconds. It's like this little old man. He thought he was having a heart, and everybody would laugh, and it was all relaxed. So it's interesting now. There's like a taskmaster doing it.
She's good.
And how many hours a day are you putting in at the offices?
Long. And well, the Tuesday is the first big day. I was there till 3 in the morning. Ooh. And then the next day, it depends on what you're shooting and stuff. Like the Lincoln thing that we did, it was pretty easy.
That was awesome.
Those guys did all of that. I mean, I didn't write any of that. I felt like you wrote it. Stand up. Yeah. But Seth Meyers wrote it. It was his idea, the whole thing, and he even gave me the premises for the stand up. Like he threw ideas up to me and. Wow, they really did it, cool. And they've got their film crew like researched what cameras we used and on the show, and they matched everything exactly. And
Daryl said they wear the same clothes too. Like when they do a sketch about a politician, they wear the exact same suits. Like they're really I almost said exact again.
The woman 80 who played who played Mary Todd Lincoln, she was wearing a dress that is at the Met Museum. That's like they were really uptight about the dress.
She was funny.
She was funny. But her dress is like a national treasure.
The research department on SNL
it's crazy. Is
so ridiculous. Like you go, there's just a group. When I don't know when Louis obviously is a way better story, but real quickly, there's like 2 desks of research people, and you go, hey, I need footage inside Apollo 18.
Yeah.
And they literally, like, in 2 hours, there's like 9 VHS tapes and still, and you're like, how did you find this?
There was no Apollo 18.
That's why I just pulled that out of my ass.
Yeah, how are they going to get footage of that? I don't think so.
Easy, Chip.